years auditor, no? Been part with SGB and Company and also with Diaz Murillo de Lupa and Company. I have my own accounting office for it, and today is the 11th anniversary. And that's the GBA Business and Accounting Solutions. And recently elected as the first councilor in Barangay Sawang Calero and president with the Bookkeepers Association. Okay. So let me just discuss on the types of entities. No? Siguro you will have your questions now. No? What type of entity do I have to register? So we have these types. First, we have professional. Professional type. Ito yung mga yung required registration. No need for DTI registration, no need for SEC, no need for business permit, only BIR. That's for professional. We also have sole proprietorship, single proprietorship, para may business talaga. So you are required to register with DTI, not with SEC. You have to register with business permit sa City Hall at saka BIR registration. So as you may notice, all of the entities ito should be registered with BIR. Okay? Now, partnership. You can form a partnership, 2 or more individuals, not required with DTI, required with SEC to register, and business permit. For corporation, we have 3 types. Dito, I showed you the 3 types in accordance with the number of incorporators. We have OPC, one-person corporation. What's the difference between OPC at sole proprietorship? The same lang naman sila, only one owner. Kaso lang, when you say OPC, that's registered with SEC, not with DTI. Yung kanina, sole proprietorship must be registered with DTI. In terms of liability, si sole proprietorship, pag yung company, marami siyang utang, wala na siyang assets to pay, or wala nang assets yung company to pay, yung the asset of the personal asset of the owner will be sold after. Unlike the OPC. So OPC, one-person corporation, ikaw yung owner, if the company has a lot of liabilities, wala na siyang asset, so yung personal asset niya is free. It cannot be touched by the creditors. Ito yung difference. So, pero si OPC, dapat may mga reportorial requirements with SEC. So maraming reportorial requirements si corporation as compared to sole proprietorship. Then we also have corporation na, let's say, 2 to 4 individuals, pwede din. Then, of course, the original, dati, yung corporate law, we have corporation 5 to 15 incorporators. Okay, so, they are required, yung corporation at partnership, required with SEC, business permit, at saka BIR registration. No? So, in the given entities here, si professional lang, ito, very simple. Only BIR registration. Types of taxes. Ito. We have percentage. It's either your percentage tax or VAT registered. Either. It cannot be both. No? So, if you are subject to percentage tax, you are not subject to VAT. Kailan ka ba, when are you going, will the entity be charged or taxable or vatable? If yung annual sales reach 3 million and above, you're vatable. Annual sales. If lower than 3 million, percentage tax. Percentage tax is at 3%. So later on, I'm going to show you the computation. Percentage tax again is 3% of your sales. VAT is 12%. Layo kayo. Okay? So, eto, professional, you're subject to percentage tax or VAT. You're subject to income tax. But no business permit fee. Pag sole proprietorship, So, pay percentage tax or VAT, income tax, then my permit fee. Every year. Partnership, you have percentage tax or VAT, then income tax. Yung corporate income tax natin this year is 20% or 25%. If your taxable income is 5 million, is below 5 million, you're subject to 20% of your taxable income. Nako, yun. Then, if 5 million and above taxable income, when I say taxable income, yung sales mo, less expenses. So, dagang ka expenses, deduct, then that's taxable income. Subject to 20% and 25%. Yung sole proprietorship and professional is subject to another rate. We call that a schedular rate, tax rate. I'm going to show you later. No? The higher the income, the higher the rate. Yun. See, corporations kasi partnership, naka-fixed. It's 20% or 25% based on the taxable income. So, actually the same lang, si partnership and all of the corporation. So, they're subject to percentage tax or VAT, income tax, and the permit fee. So, permit fee again, every year. Okay? Ito. This is the type of registration. No? Ito yung sa Riway. Registration type, member as company as foreigner. For BIR, registration type, you have sole proprietorship, non-VAT. Ibig sabihin non-VAT, you're subject to percentage tax at 3%. No? So, ito yung income range, 3 million and below. So, tax rate niya, itong tax rate, this is the withholding tax. Si Riway, na for example, you earned 1 million. Ang ibibigay ni Riway to you is only 900,000. And the 2307 certificate of withholding tax at 10%. Pinadhold niya because he is a Riway is a withholding agent, so that 100,000 will be paid to BIR by Riway. Mm-hmm. So that is your prepayment. So nagbayad na mo ng income tax. Prepayment lang. No? So you have to ask for the 2307 for the certificate of withholding tax. Because maklaiman na mo later for the deduction of your income tax. Okay. So, automatic na mag-withhold si Riway. So, if you cannot submit yung gross annual sales less than 3 million, si Riway, automatic siya mag-deduct ng 10%. Otherwise, if mag-submit ka siya ng less than 3 million akong sales and I'm not subject to VAT, 5%. Very far from the 10%. Okay, so ito yun. So above 3 million, automatic 10%. Si corporation, different. Pag corporation, 720,000 and below, hindi pa siya nag-change based on the train law. So pag 720,000 and below, hindi ka submit ng affidavit of gross annual sale. So 15% ang withholding. So mas dako si corporation. No? Pag above 720,000, 15%. Then, foreigner, ito yung 25% plus the 12%. Now, in case that the member submits the COR, complies with the requirements, nag-submit kayo ng affidavit of annual sales na less than 3 million, so you'll be subject to withholding tax at 5%. Medyo malaking savings. Diba? Kaysa 10%, automatic. Sa 1 million, 50,000 lang ang kunin. Okay? Next, we also have for companies, Pag corporation, 10%. Oo. Basta ko itong wala ka naka-submit sa requirement. 15% pag corporation. So, ito, submit for documentation and BIR approval. So, the certificate of registration. Oo. Medyo may kayo, ma'am. Ito yung Annex B1. Anyway, you can send naman this. This is a pro forma. It can be sent to you. No? All you have to do is to fill up. This is for yung below 3 million sales. No? Annual sales. If you have below 3 million annual sales, you use this pro forma income pays declaration of gross receipts. This is for the withholding tax. So if you cannot submit this to Riway, automatic 10% for individuals. No? Pag nakasubmit kayo, then if you submitted, pero ang nakalagay about 3 million and above, again 10%. 10% gihapon. So it doesn't matter. No? Pwede lang ka din mag-prepare. Kaya ko naman, abot na mga 3 million. Di ba?
Sa below lang siya.
Sa below lang na 3 million. Oo, para ma 5% ka. Oo. Pag no income, mas the more ka magsabit ka. Kaya below man ka 3 million.
But bakit 10% ka agad? Riway.
10% agad.
Oo.
Yes, because the 10% is the default.
Okay. So magre-refund si Riway in the event mag-income kami ng less than 3. Mag-refund siya ng 5%. Sino ba ang mag-refund ng? Si Riway ang BIR?
So there will be no refund. For example, nagsabit na ka, ma'am, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Ngayon lang, this day.
Oh, okay. For example, this day. No? Tapos may sales na. Mag-sales na. Nagsabit na ka ng 10%. But then in a year, it turned out na less than ka na 3 million.
Oh.
There is a due here. May schedule kailan isasabit. That's by due date. That's first quarter or second quarter? January po. First quarter. You have to check with that. So automatic siya. Kung di ka ka-submit on that due date, 10% na dayon. Even if na 3 million ka, at below 3 million. So 10% automatic. You can declare, what we have pala, excess of income tax payments. No? My choice is zone, refundable, and so on. But with our system here, sa BIR processing, you have to go to Manila to claim for the refund. Ma-refund ka siya kung you have the time, the will, the time,
The resources.
to go there.
The emotional preparedness.
Preparedness, correct. Instead of going there, just have to sell na lang. I'll exert my time to sell rather than getting the refund.
Na examination.
Though there will be examination also. It's not automatic. Marag ito nito may BIR paghatag sa refund. Para ikaw, di na kaganahan. Asulan na lang ka, di na kaganahan magpa-refund. But as much as possible, at the start pa lang daan, you know that you will be less than 3 million. You're not vatable ha, dapat di ka vatable. Eh kung vatable na, di na siya applicable. So, yun, no less than 3 million. O, gipadaan niya gamay. So that's pro forma. You just fill up na lang. Fill up ka diha. you have here that I derive my commission, that for the current year 2023, my gross receipts will not exceed 3 million pesos, and that I am not a VAT registered taxpayer.
So, masabi na siya, the year after.
Yes, the year after. Oo. So, nakakuan ni siya pro forma. Pro forma na siya, will not exceed 3 million, and that I am not a VAT registered. If VAT registered ka niya, expected mo less than 3 million, hindi lang ka qualified.
Alright.
Okay. So, here, we have the options here, dalawa. You have two options for income tax rates. Income tax rate is different from VAT at saka percentage tax. Kasi confused. So, lahi si VAT o si percentage tax, it's based on sales. Income tax is different. Lahi po siya. Based on your income, taxable income. You have two options, graduated tax rates. The higher taxable income, the higher the rate. And you have the other option, which is 8% income tax rate. Ang 8% income tax rate, automatic na ka mag-compute, mag-multiply sa imuhang sales times 8%, and that will be your 8% income tax.
No deduction.
Unsa man na siya, sir, sa yearly, annual?
Annual. But you will file quarterly.
Sir, now, we are doing, if we will do the business of Riway, there's what you call the monthly reporting. There's monthly report. There's also the quarterly, and there's of course the annual. As per my understanding, during the annual, your payments and your submission of your monthly and quarterly reports will also be deducted once you have submitted your annual, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, what to simplify entirely everything? So, what are really the requirements that you have to comply with this Riway business?
The we'll go there.
Okay.
So, ito, wait lang. Wait.
Nagpasabot, pinatibay nila ako na income, di ba?
Actually, gishow na niya yung registration procedure, no, for sole proprietor or that's for sole proprietorship, but not for professional, walang DTI. Okay, so if you are, of course, if you're planning to register with as sole proprietorship, that's the DTI, and corporation for an SEC, business permit with LGUs. No? For example, pag nasa Mandawi ka, so you'll be registering with Mandawi. For BIR, you are going to apply with BIR 2303 and official receipt. Post-registration procedure, submit documents to Riway. BIR 2307 will be available to operations counter. Ito yung 2307 as a proof that they withheld. Nag-withheld sila. Then, you're going to issue official receipt.
Monthly na siya, Sir Juno.
Depending on your procedure or sa income. Pag monthly si Riway naghatag,
Hindi. Kami, sa mga commission. Oo, monthly.
your commissions are given monthly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ano, every 7 nyo? Kung wala kayo to 07, syempre wala kaming official receipt na kukunin sa inyo.
Correct.
Pero kung meron, kailangan nyo mag-provide.
So Riway to process transfer the VAT amount to VAT registered bank account. Okay, so I've mentioned already the VATability. You are subject to 12% VAT if annual sales would reach 3 million and above. And but if you are VATable, you can deduct naman your input tax. What is input tax? That is your purchases. Pag nag-purchase kayo with VAT, the VAT input there can be deducted sa output tax mo. So that's an example. If you have sales at 1 million, so divided by 1.12, that's net of VAT, 892,857. Then the VAT is, ito yung VAT payable mo, 107,143. Pag VAT purchase mo is 300,000, we divide by 1.12 to get the net of VAT. That's 267,857. Tapos VAT there is 32,143. Non-VAT is 150,000. Zero yung input tax. No input tax. So, 107 minus 32, you're going to pay 75,000. For percentage tax, if you are non-VAT, automatic lang, 1 million times 3%. So that's 30,000. You are going to pay that quarterly. Quarterly. So your January, February, March, you total that, no, yung 3 months, then you're going to pay that on the April 25th. On or before April 25th.
Pero kung ano na siya, Sir John, 3 million, annual man na siya, no?
Yes.
Hindi wala pa nakahibalo, makaabot ka for that certain year, maabot ka 3 million.
Okay. If wala kay if you don't have precedents, that you know you don't know now you will reach 3 million, I would suggest you register first with percentage tax. At the time that you reach 3 million, siguro nasa June, July, then you are going to transfer. You're going to shift from percentage tax to VAT.
If ever, dili ka maka-shift to,
If hindi ka maka-reach, hindi ka per BIR tax laws, name is BIR, you're already VATable. Kung makita ni BIR, you'll be subject to penalty and charges. So this is the income tax table under train law. So again, as I mentioned, if your taxable income, no, is higher, the higher your taxable income, the higher the rate, up to 35%. So 250,000 mo taxable income below zero. Oh. So magkataas, maganda po. Who may avail 8%? Di ba, I mentioned dalawang income tax rate. The scheduler at saka 8% income tax in lieu of the scheduler income tax for individual. So, first, you must be a self-employed individual taxpayer, including single proprietorship, or proprietor, mixed income earners, and professionals. And you should not be a value-added tax register. So, you can avail of the 8%. Para, kung sa may naka-benefit sa 8%, wala na kayo nanaon for expenses. You will not be looking for expenses. Automatic na siya 8% based on your sales. Katong ganina, schedule rate, you have to look for the expenses. Mga resibo dapat, no? Yung mga representations, transportation, gasolina, o hindi dapat to dito. But if hindi na kaganahan mag-gather pag expenses or resibo, go for the 8%.
Kami na day ang magkuhan kung asa mi sa 8% kami or katong
Upon filing,
Upon registration with BIR.
so imo nang ikuan dito daan ibig
Oo.
sabihin nga dapat 8% lang ko.
Oo. Pero dapat non-VAT ka.
Pero kung VAT ka
Comfortable ka, you are no longer, you can no longer go for the 8%. So what should I do if I have other business? Or if you have other business? For sole proprietorship, you may update to include line of business, earning commission, and print official receipt. You can update the line of business, no, sa COR, or you can have another COR branch as a branch. So, pag branch 001, let's say your main TIN, the ending of TIN 000. Pag may branch, that's 001, 002.
Sir John, for example, nasa other business, o niya, ang sa Riway mo kay branch na siya, no?
Mm-mm.
Ang imong income is below 250,000 annual. So, wala na kay, ikaw na ka mag-submit nga, wala na kay other pa nga.
Separate mo.
Oh, separate siya.
Sa income tax. For the income tax, that will be, it will be added to your main office. Tanan income. You will only attach naman na sa tuwang income tax return na as a source of income. It can be compensation, other business, so i-add na siya tanan dito. Even if it's 250,000, di ba? Kung separate lang siya, 250,000, wala income tax, o tax. But mag-add mo kasi muhang main. Yan naman kay income na dito. So, taxable na ka. On the other hand, let's say, imong sole proprietorship percentage tax. Below 3 million imong sales sa imong main store. But imong Riway branch ni 3 million na ka. Pag add mo, sobra na. You're already vatable.
under one
Both.
number.
Vatable na ka sa both. The first store and your Riway. Apil naman mo. Nag-observe mo daghang branches na yung mga entity yun yan, they build their separate entity. Naghimo yun sa corporation, partnership, just to scatter the income.
Just to hide that.
Not really high, parang scattered lang, para gamay siya, gamay siya tanaw. Pero magtanaw ka, dako naman yung kumpanya, happy daghan naman kayo, daghan siya stores. Pero laylay ito tag-iya. So once laylay tag-iya, separate ang katong iyahang sales.
Pero pwede naman po, Sir John, for example, nakailain na negosyo, nakay-distribute, nakay-distribute, right? Yung ilain yung ang Riway, magkuha dyan kang bag po niya ng permit.
Pwede gila siya, but is it under your name?
O, under
O mo, kaya po siya ng branch. Because all the branches, you have to register it. Ha? Tanang branch name mo, register, for example, sa proprietorship. Tanang yung branch, hindi mo nang i-register with the business permit.
Saraman katina.
O sara ka TIN. Ang TIN mo sara. However, may bawa na rin mga branch katong sa ending 001, 002,
is it possible na mag-change ka ng for example, one person corporation, lahi dili under your name pero you own it. Is it possible?
It's possible. Because the OPC is a separate entity.
Aha.
It's a juridical entity that you will be registered with another TIN.
Yes, that's better.
Ah.
Na kailangan yung TIN as OPC. So separate ko siya sa inyong
Identity.
Personal
Ah.
entity. So for corporation, you may register separate business for your earnings. Is it possible to update from non-VAT to VAT? Yes, non-VAT to VAT, very possible. May ganahan sa BIR. Kay VAT, dako-dako ng tax. But, although this is possible, vatable to non-VAT, pero ingon si BIR, you have to show proof that in 3 years' time, pag 3 years passed, imong sales less than 3 million. So, you can apply for, mubalik ka sa non-VAT. Pero lisod-lisod, ito lagi. So, what about sole proprietorship to corporation? Yes, both are possible. So, just requirements, no? Okay, going back to that question, the income tax, we have quarterly income tax. We have yung quarterly income tax, katong ganina, yung scheduler rate. So, if you're going to compute na the quarterly income tax, if you have paid the income tax for the first quarter, ma-accumulate na siya to the second quarter, third quarter, and the annual. So sa annual nimo, actually the annual is the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter, but you just present the income from January to December. I-deduct nimo imong gibayad sa first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Ma-deduct nimo sa imong annual income tax. You can also deduct your withholding tax to 307. Okay? Is it possible na mag-excess mag-excess, mag-negative, meaning, mas dako pa kag-gibayran kaysa imong income tax payable. Tungkol kay dako naman ang i-withhold, 10%, tag 10%. Na pag-compute na si mo ang taxable income,
3% per day.
gamay lang. So na kay excess, pwede na siya ma-carry over
Sa next quarter.
the following quarter, the following year. So you have the option to carry it over. Pero may tabo,
Lisod-lisod
o
na po.
gihapon, ay okay naman na ang carry over. Ang may tabo lang, the following, the current year, na nasa ka-excess.
Sige,
Mori ka gusto yan. So nagkadako. One thing is for sure, ang yung bailanan yun is the VAT and the percentage tax. Nadyo kay bayad na kay wala mo siya withholding. If you are in the government, so okay lang, na withholding of 5%. But as private, wala yung withholding for VAT. So you have to pay the VAT or the percentage tax at 3%. That is quarterly. Both are quarterly. But for VAT, you can pay, there's an option, you can pay monthly. Lingon si BIR, ang due is quarterly. Pero na may option, kaya may uban nga, di lang kabayad sa quarterly. O, bayad lang ni monthly. Nga, i-deduct na lang ni ikamot sa quarterly.
Anam-anam lang.
Anam-anam. Pero it's an option. Optional lang yun siya. Para dili masakitan, dili kay sakit kasi ibugat, ikabot quarterly due. Okay?
So what is the ideal for us, sir?
The ideal,
I mean,
yeah.
if we are all doing Riway here, so let's focus on Riway. So Riway, so what's ideal for us? Corporate, sole proprietorship,
Professional.
partnership, professional.
If you have no other stores or other business, Professional is the best. Professional. Wala na kay labad sa business permit. The business permit is so labad, labi na sa requirements. With the OBO, with the inspection of fire and so on. So we're only doing sales or sales
Commission
agent.
basis. Oh, commission basis.
Professional.
Okay, another thing, sir. We register, once we become a member, we make a purchase of
Correct.
a Riway product, okay? Now, once we purchase 166,000, we're issued a receipt, right? Okay. Now, RW, once you able to just share it to someone, let's say recruit someone, then they register to another 166,000, then we earn. That is,
Commission.
we earn a commission. Now, with that commission, I guess all of us here are very pretty much
Yes,
aware.
yes,
We're
yes.
able to open our dashboard.
Yes.
We are deducted with a tax, right?
Yes.
We're deducted with a tax. So there's already a tax payment
Yes.
outright tax. And then, here we are. That is Riway, no? So dapat si Riway na move forward, more remit dito sa
BIR.
sa BIR.
Correct.
So and here we are, because we've been taxed with our earning, with our commission, then we are also have to report
Yes.
individually to
BIR.
to BIR. Don't you think that's double taxation?
Yeah.
You know, we've been deducted, and then we're also paying a separate tax individually to BIR. I mean, we're just quite confused right there.
Okay, so as I mentioned kanina, we separate the concept of percentage tax and VAT from the income tax. So, si Riway is only withholding you from your income tax, but not for your VAT, not for your percentage tax. So, you're going to, mo na si BIR will go after you because yung si BIR, oy, wa mo nagbayad o VAT or the percentage tax.
But we're not,
If non-VAT, percentage tax. 3%. That's 3%.
Pero dili mo ko magbayad, so wala ka nang kaabot kung 250,000 ang ka-annually. Ay pagkuha sa imuha ni Riway, pag-withheld din sa imuha. So mag-report lang ka, di ba? Mag-report lang ka, pero kung wala ka na, wala kayo bayaran.
Pero million
Ano siya? Si Riway is a withholding tax agent.
Yes.
Ingon si BIR, I'll give you the responsibility to withhold all of the income from the distributors, either 5% or 10%. Now, even if imuhang taxable income at the end of the year is only 250,000, still si Riway mo withhold ng 5%. Muta kong gitingon nga na ay excess of payment. Because si Riway, sige withhold yun ninyo. Bisa pag taxable income ninyo is lower as compared to the 5% na gi-withhold niya, so automatic siya mo withhold.
Ang ako nakuha sa John, ang kasagot sa certificate, for example, na income na ko sa month of October. So ako income is, ang panibutang is 25,000. So mag-issue man ko resibo ni Riway.
Correct.
So na-expect sila is, they have to pay again.
The percentage tax.
The percentage tax.
Yes, because it's a separate. There are two taxes. As
Pila ka percent ang
3%.
3%.
As I've shown you, katong, di ba, okay, the double taxation does not apply. Wala siya double taxation. Since again, the percentage tax and the VAT is separate. It's based on sales. No? And your income tax rate, or the income tax is based on your taxable income. The VAT concept ng God, dingan si BIR, yan lang ano, the VAT concept is your sales, you add 12%. And that 12% will be paid by the customer. Muna yung concept. But it's a different concept sa tuwa, personally kay. Siyempre sa tuwa, mugamay ato income because of the VAT. Let's say for example, 1 million. 1 million itong sales, commission.
Ang commission, 1 million, example.
Yeah, 1 million commission. So, kuhaan na siya, if you're vatable, kuhaan siya 12%.
5%.
Wala 90% if you're vatable. Vatable man siya. So, 12% ang kuhaan. Which is the po. That's bila, 89,000? Divided by 1.12. The 1 million divided by 1.12, that's
Times 12%.
Pero mo ay nagikuha diretsyo ni Alice pa rin.
Lain po lagi kuha ni Riway. Hindi kuha si Riway sa inyong income tax lang.
100,000 sa 1 million.
Sa 1 million, oo, so let me show you sa Excel. Let's talk about VAT. Let's talk about VAT first. Ayun sa percentage tax. VAT, if you're vatable. So if you have your sales, commission, automatic na po na commission, multiply, let's say 1 million.
Times 12%.
So, 1 million is inclusive, meaning appeal na diha ang VAT. So that corresponds 112%. So to get the net of VAT divided by 1 million divided by 1.12, so 892,000. That is your net of VAT sales.
Muna na yung income.
Money mo income. So imong VAT nga ba na, just multiply. Muna, 107,000. Okay. Now, pila give it hold. Riway.
10.
Puro ni siya. Let's say, VAT maka 10%. So, kana nga amount, that's not the 1 million. The net of VAT ang yang i-withhold. Times 0.1. Mo yang i-withhold? 89,000. So, atong i-compute imong proceeds. Pila imong proceeds? From the 1 million. So, you have the sales gross at 1 million, then less withholding tax at 89,285.71. So, ang imong madawat proceeds $910,714.29. Money mo proceeds. But, you have to pay kini siya ato ni BIR. So, gamay na.
Kung bakit na kung 37%
Sa foreigner.
Mas partner.
Mas takbo.
Singapore nakakawalay ko ang
Kung mo yung istorya, or if there's a difference, a slight difference, right?
Dili man pagkakaabot sa kuan. Sa kapon.
But because vatable amount is 3 million and above man, right?
Oh, so
That's just an example.
yeah, example naman. Wala, dili ka makuhaan. Kung below lang ka sa 3 million, so kato ra ni mo 8%.
Kasi partner, ano sa siya, if the sales is here,
Oh, diretsyo man.
patable gihapon 4%. Aside from the income tax rate na fixed,
7 na lang.
37 and 25% na automatic fixed. That's 25% fixed.
we're going to do the very simple calculation now. Okay, who will do the paperwork? Is it only doable by without hiring a bookkeeper or an accountant? Let me just go to BIR and all of this. Can we do this individually, or we need to have, because this is quite
Tedious.
this is accounting.
Correct.
We're not, we may have accounting background, but we cannot do certainly the accounting documentations and the preparations for this. So we need to hire a bookkeeper for this.
Correct.
So that can allocate
That's an additional, of course.
Pero wala kayo income, yung income ginagmay na ayaw na pang-hire. Kaya wala kami
Yung report, di ba?
reporting.
With or without an income, we need
Ito
to
yung
report.
report.
So I need to pay a bookkeeper for, of course.
Yes.
So,
If you cannot do it personally, if you don't have the time, the luxury of time to study the process, so hire.
Open case na po.
Open case.
yeah, if we fail to report a month or 2 or 3, that's a penalty, right?
Yes. Penalty, the minimum penalty is 1,000 if you don't have payment. But if you have payable, so the interest and surcharges is based on the payable.
With or without income, ha? So, for
Yes.
example, I'm not earning this month, so
Then you have
what's
not
the...
filed. Yung wala ka naka-file.
Ako ka-file penalty.
1,000.
1,000. So, di ko file next month, another 1,000, 2,000. 3,000.
It's quarterly. Quarterly. It's quarterly.
Not monthly.
Not monthly.
Quarterly na.
So for percentage tax, we have two. We have three. Annual registration, 500. Payable on January 31, that's 500 pesos. Then, quarterly income tax. First quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. And the annual, which is April 15. Then for percentage tax, that's first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Every 25th of the following, 25th of the month following the end of the quarter. Let's say March, ending March, that's April 25. If you have not paid that form, so kung zero na siya, that's 1,000 penalty, minimum.
So, in the name of the Father, and the
That's actually additional costs. Actually, di rin nakita ni BIR.
Now, sir, pag-ibigay sir, what's the minimum professional fee of a bookkeeper? Standard.
Standard, depending on the, is it percentage tax or value-added tax? If percentage tax, we have a standard of 3,000.
Wow.
Per month.
Not per month. It can be, that's quarterly. Quarterly. The 3,000 is the minimum na. 1,000 month. Ang annual, wala na. That's quarterly. Lamo na sa VAT. Lahi ang VAT because we have to report your VAT sales and VAT purchases. I-encode na siya, i-input na siya, i-submit. If the failure to submit that VAT relief, what we call as VAT relief, subject to 25,000 penalty per quarter. Per quarter.
Kuya, hugit kayo, ma'am.
Ang bookkeeper, problema. So, bidagan, wala i-remit ang pangbayad. Ano ito po? Open case, puti pagkadaghan na.
Matay. Sir,
So if you have business, you have to check. You have, ayun yun yung asa, tanan. I-check yun palihog. Para later on, yung magbabal. I-check yun yung compliance. Check, dapat na may schedule. Muna kung buwan.
Dapat buhat sa bookkeeper, send sa inyong email ang inyong form, bayad sa
Pwede po. You can also do that. Or else, you can apply for electronic filing. AFPS, meaning, igo na lang si bookkeeper mo input sa computer, sa system, sa BIR, then you will pay through banking online. Pwede rin po. Labi na dami ko na kay amount.
Pwede man sa bangko bayad ang BIR.
Pwede bangko, yes. Pwede mo mag-MC. Of course, tedious lang yun, kaya you have to go to the bank then request for the manager's check.
Pero if ever, kung individual ang pag-report, hassle ba na siya?
Individual ang
Pag-report
pag-report.
na sa quarterly.
Bayad.
Personal
Personal lang.
Transaction.
Kamoy mo,
Individual.
kung
That own, yeah, own
Pwede
life.
na.
Or,
Pwede lang yun. So you can do,
is it hassle ba
Actually,
for an
hassle.
ordinary taxpayer like us?
Makatunan
May
naman na
budget.
later on. Kunya, ma-part na na sa atong routine, system. Karon malisten pag yun, kay bago pa man.
na yung mga computation.
oh,
Question. Like sa previous no kay wala man naka-file og mga ang mga distributors. Yan income nagdagko. Uban
Correct.
Mag-ampo na lang ta.
I-retrieve pa ba sa
Ano?
BIR?
Oh.
no.
Start na lang yung karon.
Unless na dahil mo pa yung reklamo. Pero wala man. So, at the time that you register,
Ang Riway, check na sa
Ay, give the declare imo income kani
there's possibility. Magic possibility nga tingkay yun ni BIR. No? Because si Riway report naman si Riway ninyo. Katong previous years. You already have submitted your TIN.
What if katong mga dagko nga mga distributor nga ning income yung dinagko niya nakapalit og mga properties. Ma-retrieve pa ba na sa BIR? Nga wala.
Si BIR has all the facilities and has all the kind of resources to check on that. Kung ganahan lang gusto mo check, pwede.
Especially kung nipalit kag properties na ang imo gi-declare nga income out of Riway ra, maghibong man si BIR ha, nag-earn di kag 50 million from Riway kay nakapalit ka ani nya wa ka ni bayad og tax, pwede kang magbukod sa BIR.
Pwede yun siya.
possible.
Pero na po na yung mga facilities na kung pa sa BIR, kung naaban na yan bang magukod ba siya, duha lang ang kasagaran magukod ana. Hambugira ka
Yes,
o
kana
o
una.
naa kay kontra.
Dahil kontra na, like, kung ito pag-ingon, dahil reklamo.
Para one more reklamo.
Kung dahil reklamo.
Unay argabyado.
Kaya kinahanglan man mo ang Christian kay para biya input ang mga records.
So you have to support, dapat income tax return. I have my income tax return. Kita.
Sir, ang kanang no income na quarterly ba? Pwede ba bangko nga zero?
Yes, you can do voluntary. Voluntary. Pwede 100, 200. Pwede lang yun.
Now, I don't know who is the best person to answer this. What's the support now to do Riway? We need to hear from Riway management. What's your support to all of your members, to all of your distributors? Riway is requiring us to report to the BIR because it is a requirement. Now, what's your stand? What's your assistance to us on this? I mean, your support to us. I mean, ito, 307, eh, yung sinabi ni Sir na bibigyan niya tayo ng 2307 ni
Actually, ganito 307. Isa lang kahatagan na kung nakaka-income. O mag-request lang ka na. But kung wala ka naman, so di, huwag ka maka-request kaya wala ka income. Pero katong support ka na, okay mo ito ba?
Okay lang po, may makapabayusan sa store. Actually, ang 2307 nyo, pwede nyo siyang kunin sa counter. Then, kunyari, from January to, ano ba kayo sa October, January to November nyo, lahat ng computation nun, pwedeng counter muna yung gagawa as of now, since nagta-transition pa tayo. So, we are helping po all the members na hindi marunong mag-compute ng tax nila, counter po yung gumagawa nun. So, ang gagawin nyo na lang po, i-present nyo yung OR, yung official receipt, then i-copy-paste nyo na lang po kung ano po yung binigay namin computation. Then, ibibigay namin yung 2307 sa inyo kapalit ng official receipt nyo sa amin. Then, as a part nyo po, kayo po yung magpa-file doon sa BIR.
Okay na rin yun. At least may konting support.
Oo, kasi
Yeah.
po kung kayo po yung magpo-compute, alam naman po namin, hindi naman po lahat marunong mag-compute ng taxes nila. Kung 5% ba yun, 15 or 10. So, ang ginagawa namin, counter po yung nag-compute nun. Kaya po minsan, mabalik-balik po kayo sa amin kasi matagal po talaga pag nagpo-compute, lalo na pag madaming nagre-request. So, pag na-compute na po namin yon, ibibigay po namin sa inyo, then isusulat nyo na lang po yung naka-indicate. Kasi naka-indicate po yun eh. Per bracket po, kung ano po yung nasa resibo nyo, yun din po yung ibibigay namin sa inyo para i-copy-paste nyo na lang po.
Actually, you're doing the computation for the withholding tax. Only withholding tax.
Mag-iba po kasi yung sa BIR na computation sa ginagawa namin. Yung sinasabi ni Sir kanina.
Okay yan sa, sa professional, pero sa
Sole
also other
operation.
business, so yeah, 207 lang yung magbigay na sa amin.
Correct.
So, for professionals,
Sila mag-prepare sa 1701Q.
Sir,
Or
requirements
sa
namin
percentage.
for professionals. Kasi I guess most of us here are earning less than the 3 million. So which means we all qualify for non-VAT. So except only for few who are already on the top who are earning more than 3 million, then they're already VATable. But most generally, I guess 90+% are non-VAT. So I guess we all fall on the category of non-VAT.
Yes.
So now, how do we start from here as professionals? So first step is we need to go to BIR and register for the COR.
Yes, first, for professionals, you have to get the certification that you are, or a proof that you are sales agent
From Riway.
from Riway.
Yun yung kinukuha nyo sa amin, sales agent certificate. Kinukuha nyo sa counter, yung nire-request nyo. Request na dapat.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, after which, you get the PTR, or the professional tax receipt, from the City Hall. Sa City Hall, that's around 300 pesos. So, after the PTR, you go to BIR,
PTR is
professional tax receipt,
treasurer.
treasurer's office.
PTR.
Yes.
So magkuha lang dito.
Yes. And then, that will be your, you photocopy that, then register with BIR as professional.
As professional. But from there, ka na lang.
Yes. And yung TIN is, do you have your TIN, right?
Yes.
So, wala mo naka-register as for business. Wala. Previously, wala. Wala problema.
Employed.
Naka-register as business. So, you can have branch
Ako naka-register po.
sa business.
Sa Cebuan, because I'm one of the incorporators.
Ay, it's a corporation.
It's a corporation.
Wala na. It's okay.
It's okay kay PTR man no?
Um,
Professional man.
Your TIN was not registered as a single proprietorship.
Yes.
Wala. It's okay.
So first step is this one, the authorizes agent from the office, request.
Correct.
Then PTR to City Hall, City Treasurer's Office.
Yes.
Then we'll go to
BIR for registration.
for COR na.
COR. So don't forget, after issuance of the COR, within 30 days, you have to get the authority to print, process the authority to print.
The receipt.
Lahi nga BIR kung asa sila located.
Different ang process sa RDO. No? So, we have RDO 080, Mandaue, katong sa north na mga places. Then we have the 81, Cebu North, Cebu City North, 82, Cebu City South. Then for Talisay and South, that's 083. That's in Talisay. Mandaue is 080. Yes. So, si Riway will only compute for the withholding tax, but not for the income tax, and not for the percentage tax and the value-added tax. Kato 307 lang yun.
Kailangan ka booklet nga ano po sa receipt.
Sa resibo, depende po na sa, ano, sa printer, but the printer is usually the minimum order is nasa 5, ano pa nasa 10.
Mas gamay, mas mahal.
Mas, kung gamay lang mong ipa-print, so mas mahal siya. Anyahan per piece. Kung, pwede po ninyo ma-package. Hinguon lang ninyo na daghan bitaw mi. Tagay na may package date. So, pwede lang yun siya mahangyo.
I guess, na magkita din I guess we'll have to consolidate, no? One printing, kita tala na lang kumausap ng
Lain-lain man tag RTO.
Pero
Lain-lain man
okay
tag
lang sa
RTO.
printer.
Ang printer is accredited. If the printer is accredited, so pwede siyang tanan.
Okay,
Pwede naman mag-usap.
mag-usap ka na mag-asing.
So, with the registration, expect na lang yun na your proceeds or the income will decrease.
Sorry. Careful sila, kinahanglan 30 days after sa registration, maka-print na sila.
Oo.
Maka-print na 10,000.
So,
As I mentioned-
wala na yung tabo sa kuha.
So, once ma-register ka mo na may COR, you have to ensure na nag-process na mo sa inyong authority to print. Kaya ang penalty, ana, maximum of 25,000.
Minimum
Minimum
of
of 11,000. That's 10,000 plus 1,000.
Oo, padaywan
This is the
Doon lang kayo nakalimot, within the 30 days, i-charge ano, 11,000. Sakit ka.
di na siya negotiable.
That's 11,000 is the minimum na yun. That's the negotiated penalty. Kanang wala ka pa-pray, ka pa
Ignorance of the law.
ignorance of the law.
excuses no one.
Correct.
So, sir, in every bottle
Wala na.
of Riway product
Bayad good ka.
must be
Kami nga.
issued a receipt.
In every bottle,
So every receipt.
Kita man,
Pero supposed to be na, kita na siya ma. Kasi nalimutan.
so, wala ninyo, what's your role, man? Your role is distributor or commission-based?
Commission-based.
So, commission-based, official receipt.
Commission.
But if you're into selling goods, sales invoice. O sales invoice na pag nabaligyan na mo goods.
Duha gyud ila. Purchase mo na sila. Ang OR is the commission. Pero kung mapalit ka,
Sales invoice of collection receipt, right?
Or-
Dungan man na. Dili raman sales
Kung magbaligyan na mo goods, you're no longer professional.
Ako naman na to, ako commission basis na
commission na
Dapat gawas yung commission basis. Okay, kung magbaligyan na mo goods, you're no longer professional. Ngayon na si BIR, hindi na mo professional. Kaya nabaligyan na nila yung goods. So mag-business permit, mas daghan na minasol.
Sino po din na mo process pero charge. Pwede na mo process sa ilang hours pero
So, we have Ma'am LV as our bookkeeper also. So, in case lang, if you need assistance, let us know. Ako, I have also the staff. And let us know lang. No problem with us. We can send you proposal if you intend to hire our services. Just inform Ma'am Jen.
Is it also recommended na pwede po may mag-office outside sa among name, sa among current na TIN?
If you'll be registering as OPC, then you go to the process of business permit. SEC, pwede na din siya. Ano lang to separate your individual EIN from your income from Riway. Pwede din siya.
But ang represent the person na the same name, like ako pag ako name, no? Not necessarily.
Your name, but you'll be under, parang you will be registering your corporation to your Riway. So, ikaw ang representative of the corporation. So, you'll be informing Riway na any sales that I make will be charged or will be accounted under the company name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, other question?
Naglibog si Chairman kato pang pag-issue sa kuan, pag-issue namo sa OR o nga expect siya nga katong yung ang pag-issue mo sa work katong every time lang nga naami commission.
Okay.
Ihalagit ang may issue sa OR kung naatay
Commission.
naatay commission.
For example, ni addition tawag og OR sa Riway.
Sa
Yes.
for example, ang imong issuehan is your income, your commission.
So ihatag na nila ang komisyon, wala na sa dito lang sa imong kung ano.
Hindi, ito sa IW.
Okay.
IW.
Ay, ang tagilan na ihatag na to. Diba? Kung mag-monthly na kay income, ihatag nila nimo.
Dugay na. Kesa tuwa baya, ano yung manggod siya? Salamat tayo sa John. Kanang imuhang kuan joy, kanang imuhang, siguro wala na mo na kuan ano sa imuhang apply. But anyway, dali lagi ka. Example, for example, kanang commission ha, ang ipangutaran ni Joy is commission. So for example, di ba you're paying sa imuhang kanang purchase mo, you're paying cash or check. Oo.
Credit
So,
card.
gawas kang credit card. Dili sa tas credit card. Once you're going to pay, mo-purchase ka of one set, and you're paying cash or check 166,000, and you have commissions on that. So ang imuhang commission, pwede na nimo inno ang imuhang apply, which is mauna among ipangbuhat nga na among even ang ako apply ko na may commission. So unsa man imo nang kuhaon kay you are paying me the cash man, so I'm going to give you the cash. Wala lang ninyo na arrange yung tao. But anyway, nga lang na siya kadali. So
now, okay.
Like for example,
Ang commission,
sa kay Beth, pwede na gani, like kita tanan ko alam magkikita din no kana, di ba na ay sometimes ka magbayad niyo sa 166,000 na may commission, manghano na dayon nga, which is okay, wala na siya gibawal sa Riway. Ma'am, pwede makuha na akong commission, kasi wala pa na income, pwede kaayo na siya. Depende sa inyong arrangement with your appliance. Kaya hindi mang good, kuha na kayo, hindi ka na bang sana? Kaya na tayo, lagay uban nga, ma'am, ako inga mo, pwede idap na ko. So, o pwede na kita siya. Pero kung gusto kita ka ng right way, oo, so pagkaugma na lang, okay, you are paying man your one set, so ino na yung mga ibayaran nga, ma'am. Kaya nang pwede na yung padala ako ang commission. Gawas ang mong credit card, imong gibayad. Kaya ang credit card manggo, dili ing anak ka dali. Kaya as an upline, I have to generate cash pa. May labi na ko dakan yung taga-RWs. Kanang labi na promos, grabe, kay RWs na. So, wala ba bahino na ako, naka-schedule din siya tanan. Naka-schedule ka, ikaw ha, ang imong schedule sa imong RWs. So, ing anak siya. Pero, if ikaw din ang nagbayad og cash, naka-commissions, priority jud ka sa upline. Priority jud ka na mga, ikaw ba nagbayad? Basta along the ways imong downlines, priority jud mga grupo. Kaya nagbayad ba mo cash?
so ang reporting yun is quarterly man to, no? So kay quarterly, so for example, ni-earn ka o let's say 50,000. So 50,000 in exchange din na ni Riway office, himuan pag atong 2307 issue ka o utong gamit nga resibo nga OR na 50,000 ihatag mo ni Riway office, and then you get your 2307, then you report that to
BIR.
BIR.
For percentage
Actually,
tax
dali
o
naman siya
income tax.
paminawon. Sa tuwa na nabaguan ng ta. So, usahay mo na makuan na to ba, asa ba yun? Nanong ipangayo ang talibay? Of course, we are earning. Asa man yung asa may i-choose na to? Dili ta pangayuan ni BIR, pero wala ko ta income. Actually, part lang na sa atong income ang ipangayo ni BIR. It's not the whole amount. Part lang din siya. Pero kung ngayon mo income, wala nakabot ng 3 million, pag winheld sa mga niliwi, I think, more na dito, ikuan siya. Then mag-report lang ka monthly.
Percentage tax.
Percentage tax sa dayon sa imong income quarterly.
3%.
3%.
3%. So, kung
Sa income tax, wala kayo mabayaran.
Sa income tax, wala kayo
nag-usap na
bayaran.
nila ni
Only the
quarter,
percentage
quarter niya.
tax. Dili man siya, sa'yo ko idungog na tumulong baan din tanong. Pero actually, pag-start na siya, siguro later.
Lahit po itong income tax. So, sa income tax possible, wala kayo mabayaran.
Pares mo ka trabaho.
Nakay po 3 Pwede ang company.
Ang problema ko, kaya ko lang report.
From the example sa totoo, no, sales team of 15,000 for the quarter. So withholding tax, since naka-comply ka with the requirements, 5%. Na-withhold si Riway of 2,500. Your proceeds, ang madawag mo, 47,500. So you're going to pay percentage tax to BIR at 1,500
quarter.
for the quarter.
So January, February,
March.
Deadline is
April
April
25.
25. Next is
April,
May, June, so July
Another
25.
1.5.
August, September, October,
October.
25.
Since sales mo 50,000 lang niya, lower ka sa 250,000 kanina, to schedule rate, zero yung income tax. Pero naman kay Gulundan ka 2,500,
advance.
so naki-advance payment na 2,500. That will be carried over sa next quarter. So importante lang na imuhang 2,307 para ma-deduct mo sa iyong income tax.
Pinakakuan ay sa percentage tax. Mura din.
Mara, percentage na or VAT.
Yeah.
Percentage or VAT.
Ang complication, ato na sa VAT.
Yes.
Kung vitable ka.
Batable mo. Dito ang dako-dako yung
So actually, pwede na kaayo nga di kita mo comply. Na ay pamaagi si Riway. So unsa man, kung di ka gusto mo comply, like for example, bag-o nga client ninyo. Depende ha, kung pwede man bag-o client nga gusto na siya mo comply para sa grupo ni Marley. So, kung dili pa mo capable, or dili pa mo ganahan, istoryahan siya about ano nga, oh, you have to comply atong i-foreigner. Wala pa man siya income. Walay makuha sa iyaha. Kaya wala pa may income. For example, I am a new client. I want to purchase lang. So, iyang i-register is, iyang pangayungan sa ni Riway, only the government, one valid ID, one government ID. So, ang registration adto is foreigner. Wala yung makuha nga 37%, tungod ka pa man siya income. The moment na gusto na siya mo income, ato siya inunon na. Ikaw na naman kay income. So, anak naman, ato na siya ipa-comply. Kaya pa-comply siguro sa kaning sa iyong smart. Ang sa professional, dali naman siya. Kaya lang ninyo ipa-comply kung naanay income or mag-income na siya. So, pwede na ang foreigner. Kung mag-requirement. ID na. One valid ID.
sa foreigner.
But depende siya, Ms. Jan. Like for us ba, distributor niya, we view this kanang kuan ba as business bitaw, long term.
Yes.
So we have from the start, we have to start it right. Mo-comply gyud ta with the BIR. Kay para dili na ka ba ma-confuse. O ganahan ka, one time deal ra ta, kato pwede to.
One
Kung pang one time deal. Pero kung mao gyud atong gitan-aw nga mo earn gyud ta diri for a long period of time, mo comply sa gyud ta with the requirements. Oh.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jonas Abeliar. Let's give him another round of applause. We also like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Elvie Zamora, a bookkeeper of Miss Janet Baculao of Santo Niño Bookkeeping Services. Can we give a round of applause for Miss Elvie Zamora? And also, we also like to acknowledge the presence of our Pegasus, Mr. Delimer Delio. Thank you so much, sir, for coming over. Okay, I know it's very, I don't know, medyo na naglibog pa ang tanan when it comes the word BIR, right? But however, if you treat this as your own business, we have to do it right. And that is how there's so many ways that you can ask so many to your uplines, to anybody, to the office, Riway office, and they're going, if you have a lot of questions about BIR, they are willing to help you out in doing this business. And because Miss Nanhan, she is so right, when you want this business to flourish, you have to do it in a right way, which is we have to submit to the government, Philippine government, which is we have to pay our taxes. Okay? Because our taxes, it is going to balik mangyapon sa tuwa unless it is pocketed by the corrupt whatever, pero that is not our but as a citizen, Filipino citizen, we have to abide what is mandated by the government because it is all for the infrastructure, kung sa pa na mga government projects, and it is all for us. Okay? So anyway, what is 10% to 50, whatever is the percentage na kung paghapon ang mapaket ninyo for your families, right? So, we'd like to call on our sharer who is doing the Riway business since 2017. And what's good about her, she's a businesswoman, and since she is really doing the Riway business, she and her team already made the process the BIR requirements. So she is, let's call Miss Merly Sinathan, our two-star diamond, two-star diamond.
Thank you, Ms. Adele. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Alam mo, barang naman ta, kung mga pa akong sharing kanina, ay lang ko, kaya maghadlo kay diha. Anyway, tiri lang. Actually, akong i-share lang karon with us here and to everyone ang akong ibuhat sa among grupo because mo man na ba, whether we like it or not, taxes is there, good. Ingon ba sila ba, ang saying that goes nga, the surest way to happen ba, kanag yung pinaka-sure yun nga mahitabo sa itong kinabuhi, duha na daw nakabutang, death and taxes. Either na, tax or death. Di yun na magbuwag. So muna, whether we like it or not, kay may engage ganitag business, meaning manginabuhi ta para mo income, naagyo na ang tax. Kay ang gobyerno di na magpauwahin, right? Mutax mangani na sila ang ordinary nag-map sa, di ba? Kaya mga janitor, di lang na nila ma-feel sa kanang mga janitorial, pero gikuhaan na ilang sweldo actually. O ila ang company lang ni-remit anak, but kana sila mismo gikuhaan kita pagkaha kadaghang nag-earn diri 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, no? Or more. So muna ba, ang BIR ba, nalula yun ang mata sa BIR sa taga-Riway. Kung saan man po na yung taga-Riway, labi ng katong mga higher, mga Pegasus, kay di man yun kapugngan ang earnings, no? Grabe yun, di yun kapugngan. To the point, katong yung kaganina si Jules ba nga, makitaan yun, maliglian kay. For example, nag-earn na ka 100 million sa Riway in your, let's say, accumulated 5 years or less than 5 years. No? Kaya, di man nimo kapungan. Magpalit ka gwapong sakyanan. Magpatukod ka gwapong balay. Nya na ka din ay silingan mo taga BIR ba nga. Suya bigay mo, ano sa may trabaho aning gwapong magsakyanan, gwapong magbalay. Unya, makita niya, naka-black rock adadwa mula ka, Riway di ay. So, mauna, muna'y usa ka rason. See, but overall, kanang ginasya gyapon ko, kanang advantage gyapon nato. Oy, kay ngano pila naman ang kwaon nga tax out sa tong income. Mao na giingon sa no income, no tax man po. Di asa man ta. 0 times 0 or or 10% times something, di ba? So kung zero, what ay activity niya, what ka nag-Riway, what ay task, pero what is the income? Pero nag-Riway ta, natay 1 million, kadako, anak, bisa pa bayad tag, iset na lang na ito, mind, alam, 200,000 tax, na ako 800,000, right? Inganaw na lang yun na ito, o magpa-affect bitaw ta, mawa ba ang opportunity for us to grow, opportunity for us to earn. Ano ba? Unya, two ways pag yun, nag-earn pa ta, nakatabang pa ta sa atong society. Sa di na lang na ibulsa na sa mga korap ng mga politician, sila raman po'y manupaganas Ginoo, di ba? Basta kita diligently, a good citizen, labi nag-Riway ta, promoting the right way, mubayad yung tag-insakto. Although na mga pamaagi nga pwede ko ta maka-minus lang, no? Sa kanyang mga bookkeeper, ang atong accountant, kabalo ni sila na yung mga pamaagi. Uy, kato generic record to ilang i-combat, ay kahadlo, ayaw kakuan kay makakunan ra na nato. Sila ma-hire from the start, di magkikinahanglan nga mag-hire din ta nila bookkeeper, labi nagsugod pa ta. Pwede lagi na labi na kita tanan under grupo ni Miss Janet. Magtinabangay lang buta. For example, ang mga newbies, ang mga bago pa, huy niya, magkinupyahay lang tao sa may ibutang ani. O na lang tayo, forma man ay among gibuhat. Kana bang, mo seek out yung tag-help. For example, di pa man ko ka-afford ng bookkeeper, kapila pa man akong income, nahalagit ang yung maghago. Kay kapila naman na, once every quarter. So, kung what ay income, mo-declare na dito, no income. Mubayad na tag 100 copy na anang mo encode sa computer, sa atong phone. That's it. I-file na natong folder. The following quarter, kung nag-withheld si Riway, mo na ito yung bayaran sa percentage. So, ingana na siya. Now, kung nag-earn na yung tawa, di na yung tawa, na tayo time diha, that's the time mo hire yung tag-bookkeeper. And so, kung usa sa grupo, pwede man sa ta mag-share o usa ka bookkeeper na mahangyo pa na to. Panyo, alam mi, kaya kung bito niyo, 5 na po, umi ka book, kayo mga handlo. Di ba nga pwede? O see? So, yung mo kahadlok sa tax. Mas malipay yung tangam taxan ta because meaning nag-earn yung ta. Right? So, ako lang i-share, i-share mag-yung ko ani ni Miss Janet. Ako, kami, we've been in to Riway since 2017. And prior to that, engaged man po may mga other direct selling, distributorship. And actually, swerte ganito kay si Riway, karon na tagi, i-require, ipa-comply. Kami, prior, ipa-comply na ani among na-engage, where we engage this company na direct selling po. Kay especially kung foreign companies pa. Hadlok yung kay na sila. Kay pila re-order sa atong government, sa BIR nga, close ng Riway sa Philippines. Asa man ta mo, completa o wag yung Riway sa Philippines. Wag yung tayo choice. No, mo completa. Kana bang, sunod, paan magunin ka na bang obedience sa atong balaod ba? No? So, kami, mo lang ako, prior to joining Riway, na naman kuha na gitawag, nag-file naman yung percentage tax, no, kaya I was before a banker, and then after, nag-join ko mga direct selling, no, business. So, nag-continue yung ko bayad sa tax, di ba? Kaya usama ko na, a good citizen, no, kana, tax, good quality, taxpayer. Kunya, and so, when I joined kanang Riway, nalipay ko because, ninduta ko diri sa Riway. For so long, since 2017, minimum ragad ako, sorry sir, ayaw i-reports di ayaw. 3% ragad akong i-declare. Bisag sometimes, nilaw, every time, nilaw, patabol na yun ba, 3% ra, because, pa man, require si Riway. But swerte gani, labi na itong mga, na marag tenure na gamay, nga, marabag, kumbaga nakaginansya sila sa tax. No? Pero di gyud ta magyaw-yaw kang Riway nga mo impose na gyud siya because it's about time. Because nakita namang buntas BIR, wala namang puna na hide. Di na ma-hide ang mga lifestyles sa atong mga nag-earn ng mga distributors. Di na ma-hide ang company because di na ma-hide ang product mismo. Si Portier, right?
Yes.
So, mao na, di na yun ta pwede nga so-so lang kay. Kung mag-hisgot ganita kanang income, kadako na ni Riway, kadako aning Riway, muhalin ko ng 1 billion, 1.2 billion sales a month sa Philippines alone. Tignan yun na ma-hide, oy. So, muna nga, si Riway, si BIR nakatutok yun kang Riway. So, kita sa das distributor, out sa itong help kang Riway, mo comply yun ta, without ifs and without buts. Kuan na siya kanang mapareha ba in anything that we do ba, basta first time pagani, muna tag masakitan. But mind you, as we go along the way, natural na lang, mo part na sa process, di na nalisod. Ang lisod na lang good, pagsugod or primero, kana lang yun din ha. Pero, going sa akong grupo, no, nakoy mga downlines nga, palit yun nila one set, pag enter yun nila Riway, and when I show to them the potential ba sa earnings there is a Riway and the business of Riway, ako gid sila giingnan. If you look at this company as a source of our kanang regular, passive, whatever income it may be, mga ma-bring in sa atong family, then we have to start it right because ang company mismo ba, iya ginang ibarugano Riway, doing the right way. So, gipa-comply yun daan ako sila o resibo sa BIR. And, mo tunay ko ni Miss Jeanette, when that time si Riway na kugang ang uban, kami ready na yung pamami. So, mo ni ang OR. Kani siya pang Andres sa Gastador. Iya pa ng account ha? Wa pa na siya income, but na siya official receipt. Mo ni mo pating idiri inyo atong pangalan. Mo ni atong i-issue kang Riway. Kita mag-issue ani sa nagpalitan o sa customer wala. Kang Riway ra ni intended for kung si Riway ra ang business nato nga gido. So mo ni kani siya kang Aida Salve. Account holder pa lang sa di siya sa Riway. Pero naa na siya. Si kani pang usaw wala lang diri namo ug duha and soon to be mauni siya nga sayang ra uy di gyud lisod ayaw gyud mo ko hadlong nga di na lang ko mag-review kahasol ayaw sayang ang opportunity sayang ra uy no so mauni among gibuhat ang gibuhat ani ka ako mismo gigrupo ni nako sila giubanan ako sila sa BIR and so nakakuha mi ana ha, wa pa ni issue si Riway o
Memo.
yes. Nganuman, ni adto lang ni dito, niingon mi sa BIR because mao gi-mention mo sir no, sa June nga as professional. Pero sa BIR, diri man ni sa RDO sa Malawi, i-interview man ka nga o sa may imong profession. So, as professional ka na bilong, pero aray man ka sa 3% VAT, kaya naman sa sila kanang ATR na pang professional yun sama sa doctors, kung mag-clinic ka, accountant ka, or physical therapist ka. Pero kita, i-specify mo sa may imungan mag-issue magkagwa na. Ay, muna, naglipong pag sila nga, ako giingnan sila nga, either duha lang. Ang imo lang, ang category ka interview na sa kanila, o di man tayo, dire-diretso mo nila kuha, i-guide man po sa BIR. Ako sila giingnan nga, ina lang nga, sales agent, 3% percentage tax or ang usa gani kay iyang yung gibutan nito independent distributor. Oh, so / sales agent or independent distributor. So di hala mo fall kay o mo mention sa kag professional pagitaan man tag PRC license. Kung professional yun, either nurse
Teacher.
ka, kanang
Teacher.
doctor ka, lawyer ka, so nga na ba So kung kita, kay kuan man commission mangguta, commission based mangguta. So dili ta na fall aning kuan nga category. So mo na among gibuhat. So mo gini usa na ko kapwa nga gi-share niya because puro pa na lang sila i-join pa lang na sila Riway, one account pa lang and soon to be na manood, ready na. Wa pa sila nag-income. So what we did, na-file ni namo mga, nikuha niya ni mga, sa itong buwan na, August, then come September, quarterly, wala pa income. Sila wala pa income. Ako ni-report ko sa akong 3%. Itabangan na ko sila. No income nag-file me no income. What we did, no income, zero. Ni-file na to sa form, nga, sa dito sa BIR sa RTO sa Mandawi, naman sa dito mo encode. Nibayad nag 100 plus 120 para sa katong mo encode. So next quarter, ending karong December. The same gyapon kawa pa man. So inganal, ako lang sa sila giingnan nga, once na anataana, no, careful lang sa ta. Ano man, kinahanglan, ato ginang bantayan. Kay ang BIR pa yun, isod sa kaayo. Ma-fail to kuan sa dana report, open case ta. Hasul kaayo ng ma-open case ka. Nga naman, from the time na open atong account, pila na ka-months o pila ba na ka-tuig, butangan na penalty, interest, blah 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 niya. Sus, wag yun na pa usay na compromise. Unya ugnaan na ka unya labi na kay mga pangbaligyang property, nga mga unsa din na. Dito ma-clear ang atong kuano sa BIR. Liso kay mo na nga be responsible lang po. Kung naa na nagyud tayo responsibility. No? Nga ato gyud make sure nga ma-update na to kung no transaction or no income, report na gyud ta no income. Simple naman. Ang katong bookkeeper mo, kami na to siya kung nanagin tayo dinaghan pa nga ilang i-file. Pero kung pareha pa na, pwede man mag-guide man, pareha na sila. Ako pa'y nag-guide first. But sa sunod, pwede na kung sila na mo ato. Sa sunod quarter, ato nga, una na sila income, ato na dito nila ko na muna sa ilang ko na muna ito nga proseso. Basta na lang yun, sunod lang yun nato. Di man yun haso, basta, kana, musunod lang ta. So, that's all sa akong sharing about sa kaniyang BIR. So, karon kami, ang akong grupo, part na din na sa mukha nga, naana ni Ana. So, wag yung problema na si Riway when it comes to, okay, ready na ang uwang. Ang income na lang ang kulang, ang ipasod. So, I think that's all for my sharing. Does it cover my paambit or sharing? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss. Hello?
Ano pa mo?
Paula. Okay, hello. Thank you so much, Miss Merly Sinadan, our 2-star diamond. Can we give another round of applause? Okay, for our next sharer, she'll be sharing her first experience in leadership training seminar in Cagayan de Oro, recently held in Cagayan de Oro. She is so blessed with a golden voice. However, we don't have the karaoke machine for a sample. Anyway, we also like to hear from her.